Welcome back, everybody, to CCL Game Day. It's week 3. Some spicy matchups are on the horizon. It's the week before 2 LANs kick off in the community. It's going to be a big one. I am joined, as always, by K-Bot, Borg, and 3Z Breezy. Vaughn had to reschedule some stuff before LANs, so he will make his Game Day desk debut next week, but it's still going to be fun. It's still going to be a fun time. I mean, it's going to be great. I can't wait to have Vaughn back, and that is pretty much it there. Everybody, how are we doing?
I think we're going for 0 noodling mentions today. Wait, crap. I just mentioned it.
Well, okay.
Gosh.
Noodle counter up to 4. That's fine.
Man.
That's okay. That's 5. Yeah, we'll keep it at 5 there. We'll keep it at 5. No noodling mentions at all. Looking at you, Borg, which, by the way, you're looking great today, bud.
What? First of
Yeah,
all,
thanks,
thank you,
Dylan.
Borg.
I appreciate that. Really nothing special, just in my normal at-home attire as usual.
Is that a windbreaker? What are you
it's
wearing?
Actually, it's like a tech wear jacket. It's pretty sweet.
Oh.
It's like
Why is-
it's like
Oh.
Why is
it's got like 80,000 zippers on it.
Wow.
It's really unnecessary and a little bit freaky. I gotta make sure I keep this a little bit shut.
Every
Can't be
single
showing too
zipper,
much,
except
but,
the one in the front, is zipped
little
up.
late for that?
Like, look at that
So-
one. Like that
Oh,
one.
there we go.
This one's already open,
Yeah.
actually.
They're being unzipped.
Are they actual pockets?
Yeah, kind of. Some of them are just like barely.
Yeah,
open.
kind of. All right. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
kinda.
I
how
got it a
would.
long time ago in Japan, and so I just kind of did it. It's pretty cool.
Hey, 3Z, you want to explain why you're red in the face?
I just got out of the shower.
He's
So
looking at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Likely story. Likely
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
I did.
You're not
I
a
did.
little flustered by
Guys,
Borg?
let's just say that the LAN is gonna be crazy.
I put some Moraine coconut oil on my face. You know, gotta stay moist. So
Ooh,
for now,
stay a
I'm
little moist.
I'm nice and peachy.
Yeah, by the way, my mother hates that word, so we should probably stop
So
saying
does my
it.
girlfriend.
So does your
Which
girlfriend?
word?
Okay, moist. Moist. Yeah, we can't say that word. And
All right.
K-Bot-
No,
My
you
bad.
can say
Add it
that
to the
word. It'll be
banned
really
words.
funny. It'll be really funny.
Okay, added to the banned words there. And K-Bot, how are you doing? How have you been?
I'm doing fine. Hey, picked up the win last week in a nail
Okay.
biter.
All right.
That's
that match,
right.
That match took 15 years off my life, and I think we
Well.
both said some crazy things during it, so we'll just handshake
Yeah.
and say GG's on that.
GG's.
And the fact that Texas Tech is now the scariest 0-2 team in the CCL. So, hey, there we go. Hey, all right, let's move on. Let's talk about the standings here in the CCL. It's pretty much all over the place. You got teams that are 1-0, teams that are 2-0, 0-2, and 1-1 all in between. We'll flash those up as well. Some of the matches have already been completed as well for match day number 3, but that's totally fine. That's totally cool. You've got some surprises up here in the top of the bracket. Most importantly, the GCU Crandors and the UTD Meteorites now 2-0 after some big upsets. UTD Meteorites 2-0'd St. Clair Saints, and the GCU Crandors 2-0'd Wake Forest. First, let's talk about this UTD Meteorites versus St. Clair matchup. Any surprises about that, or was that expected?
I don't know how expected it was, but it's not like unplausible. Like I could see it happening, right? I didn't get the chance to like go back and try to watch the game or anything, and haven't done a ton of studying. But no, I mean it's certainly plausible. Probably quick core strike check, right? Would tell you that maybe some of the players of the St. Clair Saints haven't played the game much, and that's okay. That's just the way kind of things go. So if you've got players that are hungry, and look, I'm sure the UTD Meteorites are trying to come in this and prove themselves, especially after, the last year's performance for Cloak Oak on the biggest stage, right?
Yep.
In finals. So I imagine they'll be looking, and especially Cloak Oak is hungry to prove himself. So not necessarily like a big shock factor, right? I would think.
And any more talk about the Meteorites and the St. Clair Saints here? 3Z
I mean,
Borg.
it looks like, especially game 2, or I mean, one of the games looks like it went the distance. I'm looking at the scoreboards now. I mean, interesting because you have Cloak Oak and Blue Blazing, who are generally like pretty good players, and yeah, like K-Bot was saying, I bet if you looked at the core strikes, I'd just bet that the St. Clair players really are out of practice, and I think that's kind of a theme common amongst CCL teams right now. Like I was watching the NJIT versus Lakeland match that was streamed on Mirmeg's channel, and Lakely looked a little rusty. We'll talk about that later, but I think a lot of teams are just really rusty, and so kind of early in the season, stuff is up in the air more.
I'd agree there. Borg, any input?
Let's just say Cloak Oak on the UTD Meteorites, student of mine, so not surprised whatsoever. Really put on a performance there.
There you go.
Pretty proud of Cloak, especially like you said, having to really fill some big shoes just randomly in the finals last season. So coming back now, kind of redeeming himself a little bit. I like that. Definitely like kind of what's going on there. Blue Blazing, obviously back again. See what he can do. He's been grinding the solo queue ladder recently. We've been seeing him in some of the high elo games, so excited to see what this secondary UTD team can kind of do with the season, I guess.
True.
Yep, I'm excited to see what they do as well. I believe their match will be streamed as well this week against Houston. But the next biggest upset, of course, Wake Forest getting 0-2 shellacked by the GCU Crandors. We were laughing at the Crandors last week. Every single person on this desk.
And they took that personally.
Yeah,
And
they took it personally.
that personally.
They took that personally, Coach Prime style. Shout out to Wet and the CU Boulders strikers there. But they took it personally. We all failed the picks there because we all picked for Wake Forest. But to be fair, they did not have their full roster and they were not at full strength. So is this just a big win? And should we look at the Crandors as a potential threat in the CCL this season? Or is this just a once-in-a-lifetime upset?
Breezy shaking his head.
I mean, I feel so bad. I'm the villain. I'm the villain of the Crandors right now. But I mean, I'm looking at these scoreboards, and I'm not seeing a Palmy on there at all. So I think this might be a little bit of a one-time deal for the Crandors, taking down a potentially top 10 team. It looks like Jumper and Melon. I don't know. I forget how to say their name.
Melanie.
Malone? Yeah, I don't know. They it looks like they both played well. But Donkey Kong Butt. That is the name of the third striker. not able to fill the shoes quite big left by a Palmy on that roster. So gonna give it to the Crandors on that one. I mean, congratulations, a dub's a dub, but don't see it happening again against a top 10 team. That's for sure.
There you go. They will have a bigger test this week against George Mason, and we're going to talk about that later with our picks here. Borg, any thoughts about the Crandors finally eking out a big win?
Yeah, I just want to make a formal apology, not to the logo, still bad, still should change it. But
Correct.
I like that they took the feedback, right? They just took all the hate that we sent them, all the negativity, and turned it into positivity.
That's
in
facts.
one year, out the other. Slide off the pan, whatever you wanna say about it. Definitely feels really good. And looking at them again, maybe I was too harsh on them. Just seeing, they're all about the same rank, I believe. I'm pretty sure, at least according to the sheet, they're all plat right now. Maybe that's changed now, but it reminds me of my days when in beta Omega Strikers, I only played with my friends. I didn't really solo queue until they stopped playing, and then I solo queued because I'm addicted to this game. But before that, it was just 3-stack every game, and it was fun. We tried to figure out strats, tried to figure out new things, and watching those games and everything, it seemed like they're kind of figuring that out for themselves. So it's very, very heartwarming for me to see the Crandors win that game, regardless of who was in for Wake Forest, right?
That's
Change
true.
your logo, please.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
there you
right.
go. K-Bot, anything else to add?
I'm going to see you at LAN, and I'm going to
Yes,
tell
we
you in
will see you
person
at
to
LAN.
change your logo.
Okay.
You should talk to my good friend Yoshi64. Maybe
Who will
Yoshi
draw the
shout
same
out.
character in
he'll transform Crandor. I'm telling you.
Transforming
After he
Crandor.
draws Crandor,
Cool,
I'll be head over heels. Okay.
It's the opportunity of a lifetime for our goat Yoshi64, of course. Let's move into pick updates. Let's talk about some matches that have already happened as of right now. Waterloo finally getting their first win of the season 2-0 over the GCU Necromancers, and West Valley Storm Strikers 2-1ing Ole Miss. Ole Miss falls to 1-2 on the season after getting their first win on a forfeit versus Waterloo last week. Waterloo guys, are they going to rebuild from this? They're finally 1-2. Are they going to keep going from this, or is this just going to be a little bit more turmoil here?
I said at the beginning of the season they're a scaling team. Okay,
Mhm.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever week we're in now, that's not long enough. Okay, they'll continue scaling. We'll see where they get by the end of the season. There's a lot of time left between now and then. and they're only going to play against better and better opponents from here on out for the most part, right? So figuring out exactly where they're going to settle in and getting the reps in against teams they'll see in playoffs will also be helpful. Give Streak a little bit of time on this brawler role. Real difficult role.
Absolutely.
To
You need
play.
to let him grind a bit, you know.
Got something to say. Got something to say there, K-Bot, about the brawler role. I was detecting maybe a bit of sarcasm
Maybe it's
there.
Oh, really, Threezy? Really?
Bitch.
Hey, listen. Maybe if you're playing against Texas Tech, it's hard to play or easy to play
That's
brawler.
real.
But I mean,
That is
maybe,
real.
maybe.
Nitro was fangirling her the entire time, bro. All right.
Yeah, maybe if I'm
Come
getting
on.
fangirled by a Kazan, maybe it's a little difficult to play. As a
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
hey.
Brawler is a hard role, I should say. Every role's hard. Every
Every
role's
Yeah.
hard.
roll hard,
Very
every roll
difficult.
matters, but you know.
Yep, there we go. Well, let's move on into our pick updates from week 2. Let's throw the graphic up on the screen here. K-Bot is the overall winner of week number 2, getting 5 out of 6. Again, every single one of us missed the Wake Forest versus Crandor's pick. Following closely behind, Threezy and Serp in second with 4 of 6. Threezy missing the RIT versus Fanshawe match. Myself missing the Redbirds pick over Texas Tech. And I still stand by it. I will still stand by it. And Borg in last place for the second week in a row, missing Wake Forest GCU, RIT versus Fanshawe, and NGIT versus
that's-
Lakeland Catfish.
That's 6 on the counter.
That's 6.
So Dix, that's 6 missed
6.
picks for Borg.
So update actually on my thoughts about this.
Yes.
So I was talking about, hey, I'm gonna see how many picks I can get wrong. I'm feeling now, what if I just got a perfect 50%? How cool
That
would
would be
That
fun.
would be sick, honestly.
So I think I'm gonna try, because that actually turns it into just me trolling to me, like actually trying to like win, like trying to figure out when I'm yapping, when I'm actually
Min-max.
being serious. I had to min-max my picks.
Yeah.
It's not every week 50%. Obviously that's the goal, but like, what if I just hit a perfect 50% on the season, right?
I mean, so far you're 2 for 2
That'd be
on
more
the batting
impressive
500.
than 100, I think. So.
Yeah. You're 2 for 2 on batting 500 right now. None of us
Yeah.
are perfect anymore, but I mean, hey, I would say that that's a very, very reliable goal there. So let's you know, we've already read through our picks and stuff and what matches we're going to be showing off. So keep thinking about that, Borg. Again, this is week 3, and if teams go 0-3, they still have a shot at the playoffs. 5-3 teams qualify directly. 4-4 teams will qualify through the play-ins. Top 3 teams there. Sorry, the top 4 teams there will qualify into the playoffs. So if your team loses in week 3 and are 0-3 or 1-2, don't sweat it. There's still plenty of time left in the season to rebuild, regain. And if you're 0-3 after this week, man, that's going to have to be one heck of a run to qualify directly into playoffs with a 5-3 record from week 3. That's win. So come on. I believe in all of you. Let's just say that. Let's move on into our pick'ems here. Our first match of the stream here. Auburn Esports A team versus NJCU Smash players. Both teams are 1-1. Auburn has a win over the Necromancers and a loss versus UH Premier. NJCU has their win due to their bye week last week, has a loss over Longhorn Gaming during week 1. K-Bot and fellas, what are your thoughts on New Jersey City versus Auburn?
I'm gonna take Auburn here for the sole reason that they're the better developed program. That is not to say that NJCU is gonna be a bad team in this matchup by any means, but I think I'm gonna give the edge to Auburn. I think the Tigers are a little hungry this season. I think they're tired of getting overlooked as a program overall, so I'm gonna give it to them.
Gotcha. Borg, what are your thoughts?
I'm thinking about this chocolate pretzel right now.
How real is that?
Is it good? Is it good?
It's really good.
Oh, man.
I got it for Valentine's Day.
That's cute. Did
It's
you?
about the game.
Yes,
Enough of
about
that.
the game, yeah.
About the game.
He's really enjoying.
I'm really looking. No, I'm looking at the other matches we're gonna talk about, and I'm seeing if this is like a yap
You're
match. or
power
not.
scaling. You're power scaling. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
think
power
about that.
scaling right now. I'm trying
Think
to figure.
about
No,
that.
I got it. No,
Oh,
give
you
me
got
like.
it? Okay.
No, we're good. No, we're good. I was
You're
literally
good
just
now?
scrolling through. It was just the
Okay.
pause. Low key, I think NJCU can do it.
Okay. And tell me why. Tell me why here, Borg.
I said same reason I was excited for him to play in the first time. Smash players smell awful because all they do is grind. And I think if they actually want to win, I think a little bit of grind, especially a little prep too, I think they could do it.
There you go. I mean, Genesis 10 just happened.
Grinding all the time.
So,
But if they're not grinding all the time, then I think they're gonna lose. But I'm gonna believe in them. I'll put my pick on them for sure. Let's give them some support. They deserve it.
okay.
Let's see it. Surprise me.
What?
Come on, surprise me.
Borg, what if
What?
I told you that KDT underscore Rampage TTV is not in the top 10,000 of the selected leaderboard
You
and
started.
has a 30% win rate on Asher Forward?
30% on Asher Forward goes hard.
Yeah, yep.
Oh,
And then
no.
we have a 33% win rate on Vice Forward.
Uh-huh.
That's
Octavia with a
understandable.
50% win rate. Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
we're looking at a few interesting picks there.
Okay.
So
Maybe they're flying under the radar. Maybe they're flying under the radar.
maybe
Auburn
yeah,
all the
maybe
way,
they have
baby.
a different account.
Norm's
Auburn
player,
all the way. Let's
Norm's
go
player.
Auburn.
Wait, Borg, you can't
Let's
change
go
your prediction.
Auburn.
You can't
I'm
change your
changing my
prediction.
prediction.
You
I don't
can't-
care about the rules. Let's go Auburn. Asher Forward warrants a changing of the rules here. Don't like that character. Never have. Let's go Auburn.
Syntax.
You can keep my
Syntax.
vote. You can keep my
No,
vote if you
let's
want.
be clear.
On
You have
Smash,
to
It's not
but-
because
I mean,
it's
you
not
can,
because
but-
they have a 30% win rate on the Asher. It's because they play Asher at all.
Yes.
It's a mix. It's a mix of the two.
Okay.
If you play Asher but you win a lot, it's like, okay, you just want to win. You know, you're abusing a character, it's fine. I mean, I would never abuse a broken character ever.
You are
But-
still
Yeah.
locked in for
No.
NJCU, but
Not
you
you.
do
Yeah, that's
No,
fine. That's fine.
no.
So
That's fine. I'm rooting for Auburn because this is one of my losses. This is to even me out to the 50% now.
there you go. I like it. Hi, Gramella.
Josh.
Hi, Gramella.
Hi, Josh.
Hi,
Everyone,
chat,
everyone
say
do
hi,
the
Gramella.
everyone do the hi emote.
Hi, Gramella. Hello, Gramella. Oh my goodness, what a man! What a man right there. My
What did you
goodness.
just put on?
Wow. The Malteser shades.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I like got a glimpse because I
He needs to bring those to land, by the way. He needs to bring those to land. 3Z, I'm pretty sure.
we'll bring them to land. We're bringing Drip Guard to land.
Bring
rest
it to
assured.
bring it to land. Bring it to land. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure your thoughts about on the core strikes and stuff pretty much seals in your vote. I'm assuming here for Auburn. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I'll elaborate as well. I think Auburn just have some solid players. I believe it's Tiger Slasher and TTV Ramsplooge, both of whom I've seen before in my games, and I just think this squad is they're the A team for a reason. They're going to take this one.
I'm gonna have to agree here. Auburn is the solid team here. I love Ramsplooge and Tiger Slasher. They're just the goats. They were DMing me trying to say, hey, we're gonna try to get a B team set up for this year, and they're super involved in everything. So I have to root for them here. Sorry, NJCU, but Auburn A team takes this one and will advance to 2-1 at the end of the week. Let's move on here to the UCF Rods versus York Spartan Strikers. This is one of the interesting matches where the Rods are 1-1, but York is 0-2. Rods have a win over Team RPI 2-1, a loss versus SLU in week 1, 2-0. York has losses versus Texas State and Rowan University. K-Bot, are you taking the UCF Rods? Like frauds? Get it? The Rods, frauds? I like that name, by the way.
Is that how
or
that
York.
works?
I think that's what they were going for.
That's what they're going for. Why
I don't
didn't
know.
they just say frauds?
Because it's like
Why do we-
UCF frauds.
Are we like trying to be edgy here? Like what's?
Hey, you're gonna have to
Maybe
you're gonna
they're
have,
not bronze.
you're gonna have to ask Tanky McTanky about that.
Hey. What do I always say? And what philosophy did 3Z just use there a moment ago?
Core strike.
Core
does not
strikes
lie.
core strikes don't lie. Whatever. Any flavor that you take. Wolfmang and Big Bro have been in the queues and they are starting to climb the ladder, folks. I think this is a duo for the York Spartan Strikers that hopefully is going to help them out in the long run. I know their third might not be playing ranked as much, but I think they're going to come along for the ride. Give me York here.
All right, a York Spartan Strikers pick here. Borg, what are your thoughts?
Give me the Rods.
UCF, I like the pick. Any elaboration here?
Give me the Rods. There's nothing. I mean, that's about it.
All right, cool.
I'm not
Golden
feeling
Knight.
much about this.
It's a Golden Knight versus a Spartan. That's got to be a crazy mascot battle if I've ever heard
That
of it.
and I don't like York peppermint patties, so I'm not gonna go with them.
That's not why the college was.
Sorry, you're not getting a sponsor. You're not getting a sponsor from them. I know you wanted one. You're not getting
I
it.
really wanted one, Borg. You're really hurting me right
Yeah,
now.
for sure. It's the team that got to call themselves the York Spartan Strikers. It's not the fact that they go to York University or something of the sort.
Well, does York Peppermint Patties own a stake in York
No,
College of Pennsylvania?
no.
Who
Absolutely
knows? This could be a
Absolutely
deep
not.
state
Oh,
thing.
yeah, who could say,
Who
guys?
can say?
Ab-
Who
absolutely
can
not.
say? I mean, I don't know, guys.
Come on, breaking new
perhaps-
conspiracy theory.
What is this?
What is
Didn't mean
this?
to
All right,
derail the
is it my turn?
conversation.
Is it my
It's your turn.
I think it's
It's
your
your
turn,
turn. It's
Tracy.
your turn.
All right,
Tracy.
yeah. Okay. So this is an interesting match because you have a diamond duo, essentially, was what K-Bot was alluding to, in Wolfmang and Big Bro 6293. And then you have like a player that's, again, not in the top 10,000 players, Aether Echo. And then you have a plat player, or two plat players, and a challenger on the other team. So it's really interesting. This one could go either way. I think it just depends on which team practices together, scrims, and is just more active. So I'm going to give this one to the Rods because I have seen Amy in the queues. I'm going to give it to the Rods.
Breezy
All
likes
right.
rods.
Breezy likes rods. Borg likes rods. Do I like peppermint or do I like rods? That's the real big question here. And what Threezy was saying right here is absolutely right. Both these teams could break out. They could be the better team out of the two. It's just hard to tell from a sideline standpoint. Even though the core strikes don't lie, of course, you put that on a t-shirt and ship it. I think that York is going to get this one in the bag here. They've got a good, strong roster. I don't doubt anything that they have cooking down there in Orlando, but I still think that York has what it takes with that duo in the front line. Give me the York Spartan Strikers here. All right, let's move into our confirmed streamed matches at 9 p.m. Eastern. GMU, George Mason, the Patriots taking on the GCU Crandors. Look, we hated a bit on the Crandors last week. We're talking about them playing against GMU, Spartan, Vega, and the lads. It's going to be insane. K-Bot, what do you think is going to happen here?
You can send as many Crandors as you want at the goal of GMU, but they will not get it past my guy Spartan Iron Wall 300 strong. Yes, sir. Give me the Patriots here.
Patriots pick. There we go. Borg, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm a GMU fan. GMU simp, per se. I mean, I don't think I'll ever bet against them. Maybe if, like, UTD go
Maybe
against
if you
them.
absolutely need to balance out your prediction.
Yeah, if I have,
Yes.
if I have, like, 3 right ones, I might need to vote against them. But I'm going with them this week, and it's not even close. It's 2-0. You know what? It's going to be a 9-1.
9-1.
It's that bad. It's that bad.
All right. Well, now you've just given the Crandors ammo if that does not happen, and
There you go. It's a
you're at
win-win.
land. So
Win-win.
beautiful. I love that. Threezy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, UCLA scrimmed GMU this week, so they were looking good. I know firsthand. We've played them since beta in tournaments and stuff. So great deal of respect for those guys. Again, Spartan, just a beast, man. Absolute beast. Vega, Wiggly Wobbly as well. Super great players. So they're going to sweep the Crandors this week.
All right. Last time the whole desk voted for one team, that team lost to the hands of the Crandors. And look, that logo, as funny as it is and as, artistically differential we think of it, it strikes fear into the hearts of the top teams in the CCL.
Dylan.
I'm just saying.
This
But-
is GMU we're talking about.
But, yes, you're right.
Are
This
you
is
scared of
GMU.
Crandor?
I'm
Is this a
scared-
projection?
Yes, I'm scared of
Are you
Crandor.
projecting
I
onto the other
see him
team?
in the corners of my dark room at night, and I'm scared. Threezy, I'm scared. I
Oh
need
man.
somebody to protect me. I need Borg with like his big old chest and muscles with a gun or
I
something,
don't have a
man.
big
You
chest.
need Borg with
I
a
don't have a
mask and a sword is what you
Yes, yes.
That's how real is
Preferably
that?
shirtless, but it's whatever. We can work that out later. The point is,
Can I
I
Never
think GMU takes this one, but don't bet out on the Crandors. It's a GMU sweep on the desk, but hey, Crandors, I'm not hating on you. I just think GMU takes this. I'm not hating on you at all. Please spare
need. We're
me.
hating on your logo. We're
Please-
hating on your
I
logo.
love the logo.
Yeah,
I
I'm
personally
sure
love
you
the
all
logo.
are wonderful people.
I personally love the
Yeah.
logo, but
My Crandor
oh my goodness, Borg.
people.
Borg
Oh
is
my.
going to defend us against the Crandors. Wow.
You realize
My goodness. Yeah, I'm going to add that to my security package. I'm getting a new security system in my
It's
house.
a wooden
so.
sword. It's not threatening. Don't ban me.
It is a wooden sword, Twitch. Don't worry.
It's not sharp.
Jeff,
It's not sharp.
get out of here. All right, Jeff, and then invest some money into Collegiate Core Strike and Omega Strikers. Anyway, GMU
Yeah,
sweep
he's
across the
listening
board.
to this for sure.
He's
got
watching.
nothing better to do
He's
with
watching.
his time.
I mean,
Yeah.
he lives in Miami, so I mean, come on, you know, what is there to do there? There's not
What
even a
does that
CCL
have to do
team.
with anything?
There's not even a CCL team there. The closest one is in Orlando. So
Okay, so that would give him even less reason to watch.
no, because he needs to get his fix. He needs to get his
Yes,
core strike fix.
Yes,
Come on.
Ellen.
Okay, all
Hey,
right.
Jeff Bezos does not know what Omega Strikers is.
Jeff
As respectfully
Bezos-
to Odyssey Interactive as I can say that is possible, Jeff Bezos does not know what Omega Strikers is.
The
Hey, you
game
never
uses
know.
his
Hey.
servers.
No,
The
he does
game
not
uses
know
his
that it's
servers.
hosted on his. Yeah, he doesn't know that it's hosted on his server.
You never
That's a
know,
blip on the
K-Bot.
radar.
You never know.
I could change that.
You never know. You never know. It could be
Well-
somebody's alt that Jeff Bezos logs onto
Yeah.
and just goes crazy.
Just
on,
like you don't know that York Peppermint Patties doesn't have a share at
You
York
don't,
Pepper.
because you don't, K-Mod. You don't know. You don't know if that is real or not. Oh my goodness. It's a game theory, but let's move on. Let's move on. We're getting a little too crazy here. Let's get back into
I would say
some
we.
Reliable. We, yeah.
Don't bring.
Okay, I will get back.
Oh, wait a minute.
Reliable, the Texas bias, baby. We've got at 10 p.m. Eastern, UH Premier versus the UTD Meteorites. UTD Meteorites coming off an amazing win over St. Clair last week. UH coming off another dominant win as well. In this battle for Texas, battle of the Metroplexes, yet again, Dallas versus Houston. Who's taking this one? Let's start with K-Bot.
Blue Blazing just put in the production chat.
No, don't
breaking
leak it.
news. What? I'm not. Oh.
It's gonna be
I'm
on
not leaking it.
stream.
But it's not. Okay, it's
What-
fine.
no.
It's fine. We don't. Can you actually no? Leak the script. I don't care. Let's talk
Leak
about it,
it.
K-Bot. Let's
Leak
talk
it.
about it. Let's leak the
Leaked
script.
it? All right. Well, Blue Blazing just said breaking news. UTDM is beating UH. Okay, that is all of the news. Saluting phase emoji.
I mean, I'll just say that tells me absolutely nothing, right? In this,
Okay.
I'll just say, like, straight up, like, that is the least helpful information I could. And it doesn't matter because if a team is up, what does that mean? That means they could be up in sets. That means they could be up in games. It doesn't matter.
They're not playing right. Are they playing right now?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're
I don't
playing
know.
on stream. They're playing
They're playing
at
on
10
stream.
p.m. tonight.
They're not playing right now.
Eastern.
That's just Blue saying, "Oh, we're gonna beat them." By the way, and just dropping
Oh.
his little like.
Oh, well.
Didn't I not
yeah.
say that at
What?
10
Sorry,
p.m.
wait.
Central
My
was a
bad.
stream
Then-
on Tracker Central?
Okay, well, I didn't know. It sounded like he said like he's watching their match.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'll care even less then. Like what is it's not even
Now the
Now
news
it's
isn't
confusion.
even breaking.
he
Now the
said
news is
news.
breaking.
I thought there was news. That's just an
Nothing
opinion.
broke.
Opinions aren't news.
Nothing broke.
Nothing broke.
Say that to your local newspaper. Hey, look, it's gotta be UH here, right? Eye stocks are still high. I respect what the Meteorites have going on, but I think UH is still gonna be one of the stronger teams in Texas. So I'm gonna keep it locked on UH here.
All right, give K-Bot the Cougs. Borg, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna go with the meteorites actually. Real non-yap thought here is
Okay.
that I think that I don't know. I mean, I don't know UH Premier that well, their other players that well, so I don't know if they can carry. But I do know I very well. I played against them in Nassau, played against them all the time. If you just ban Octavia at this level of play, I's other character pools are very supportive. They're very supportive characters like Now, Era, stuff like that. And the reason that, Bozo Bunch, the Nassau team, plays so well is because the brawler on that team is an absolute beast. I don't know if the brawler on UH Premier is an absolute beast or not. We'll have to see during the match, obviously. I think UTD, UT's gonna have an edge on him here.
All right, Threezy, I'm seeing you're pouring over the match results from last week on your other monitor there. What insight are you going to give to us? What are you going to bestow upon me here?
I think this is going to be a really interesting match because UTD have shown that they're not the same squad that they were last year. Again, Windows really looking more rusty, and even Amarath
Wrong
as well.
UTD.
But
Wrong
that's
UTD.
wrong UTD. This is the Meteorites.
Wrong
This is their B team.
UTD.
Okay. Nice. Good. So this is still interesting because you have Blue Blazing and Cloak Oak on the Meteorites. I mean,
Never
I
mind.
just think-
Crazy. We just spent an entire time roasting
this.
Blue for saying that he thought his team was going.
I just thought he was supporting his other team. I don't know.
Hey,
Listen,
it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's fine. I mean,
Hey.
both teams have the name UTD in it. All right.
yeah, I
Easy
guess
beat
I don't know. I was too
I
busy
will
studying and not reading the B or A or whatever the media rights or regular. Regardless, I'm gonna give this one to UH Premier just because I like the forward duo of I and Riles more than I do Cloak Oak and Blue Blazing. I is going to gap the lobby probably, and Riles X is a bit of a beast. So I'm gonna give this one to UH.
I have nothing bad to say about either of these rosters. Both of these rosters are awesome. I'm just going to say it right now. I met them all IRL. I have talked with them multiple times. Stop it. You voted for a Texas team, K-Bot. Come on. Come on. The sirens don't come out for now.
I had to. You're the one
Yes!
that's actually like,
Yes!
oh, I can't say anything bad about these two teams. They're both top 10 in the league teams.
Because they are, K-Bot. Look at the
UTD
core strikes.
is
They
probably
do
not.
not lie. They're both top 10 teams. Okay? UTD in
know.
Richardson, Texas has 2 top 10 teams. I will scream it from the rooftops. That's what will happen. But however, both these teams are really good, and it could go either way. And I did have dinner with Blue Blazing of UTD Meteorites over the weekend. We chatted for a bit. We talked shop. Man, it is really tough, but I mean, give me UH Premier, and this is the reason why. Blue Blazing thrives on doubters. The moment everyone says unanimous UTD, they crumble. They crumble to UCLA in week 8. They crumble to Lakeland in the grand finals. It should have been a lock. They should have made it happen. Now Blue Blazing's on the B team, and they beat St. Clair. He's on cloud 9. I'm doubting you, bud. I love you, brother, but I'm doubting you here. Give me U of H. Make me eat my words. Thank you. Again, streamed right on here on Striker Central tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a fun one. Can't wait to see who's going to win that one. Next up, RIT versus SLU. Both these teams are 2-0. RIT, we saw them on stream last week. This one's not streamed, by the way. But RIT, SLU, it's the Billikens versus the Tigers. K-Bot, what are your thoughts?
RIT, love y'all, but it's got to be SLU, right? I mean, these guys are continuing to constantly practice. They're hungry. They want it. We'll see whether or not they've got it in them to be the best of the league, but it's got to be them in this match, certainly. It probably will be a 2-0. That's that. Next.
There you go. Okay. Board.
See, here's where I got to get pretty tactical, right, with my pick rate here. So I'm actually pretty sure of 3 of my picks already, so I'm going to have to lose these last 2 picks. And I just realized how much of a big mistake I've made on how hard these games are here. This one actually, regardless of what I just said, I don't think it's that hard. I think SLU is going to win, but I'm voting for RIT Orange for the pick rate. I think it'd be cool if they won, though. I think RIT, this is definitely a big chance for them to pull this off. So, at this point, not rooting for you to lose. My 50% might depend on it for this week, but we'll get it. If you win, I'll be happy for you, and I'll be, I'll get the 50% pick rate back a different week. Don't worry about it. No stress on you. Let's see you win. Let's see you win this, RIT. Come on.
All right, RIT pick for Borg. 3Z, what are your thoughts on this Battle of the East Coast? Actually, more like Midwest and East, but whatever. They're both Easties in my brain.
Anyways, I'm gonna go with SLU here.
Missouri, no East Coast state.
Missouri,
I think
the
no East
Missouri
Coast state.
River splitting the country in half. Known East Coast state. Not even, has an East Coast that is the Missouri River. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mississippi River there is the gateway to the west, and they have the St. Louis
whatever it is.
Arch. That is the gateway to the west. Anyway, sorry, 3Z, for cutting you off there. My bad.
Anyways, I'm gonna go with SLU here, just because I feel like they have even improved from last season. Obviously, a lot of these teams have, but they're one of the teams where I feel like they have been practicing and they have been keeping up with their striking. Zoro and Coin, teammates on a NASA team, the Fools, who have won a couple matches in a row, I believe. Trademark as well, super strong player. That's not to say that RIT doesn't have a strong squad as well, but I just think SLU is another caliber of team. So they're going to take this one.
I'm gonna have to agree there, 3Z. I mean, I love everybody on RIT, of course, but I think it's gonna be SLU. SLU has been grinding, practicing. That third place hurt them last season. They want to get up, not just to podium, but to top the podium, to get first place this year. And this is gonna be one of those games that they need to win because it's against another playoff quality team. So give it to SLU here. I think RIT does bounce back in week 2 and makes the playoffs lickety split. I mean, they're in my top 10 anyway, so you're still going to get those top 10 matchups clashing against each other, even this early. And it pains me to say that this matchup has happened this early. This next matchup has happened this early. It's Lakeland Catfish versus UCLA. It's a big-time battle here.
Yeah,
And
why does it pain you?
it pains me because it's in week 3. And I want to stream this match. And Swords never available on Wednesdays. It's just, it pains me because we're going to see this, and then we're going to see it again in playoffs, and these two teams might be drastically different here, 3Z. I don't know. K-Bot, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts coming into the day were, you know what, should just be fine for Lakeland. I said that they're probably #1 overall in the league, and that we probably shouldn't doubt them. 3Z's making me doubt things a little bit more with Scrim Bucks over here, Mr. Shams, okay, on the Scrim Bucks economy
Shams
over there.
Well, I mean, did you also watch the NJIT versus? So that's I'm not big into scrim results or whatever. I'm just saying, yeah. So continue.
I also was just looking at UCLA stats, and those were not posted, so that's unfortunate. You know what?
Oh.
I have a dime that was sitting on the other desk.
Okay.
I'm going to
So do I.
Coin flip.
Heads
Shout
for
out
the
SLE.
Bruins. Heads for the Bruins. Tails for Lakeland. It is heads. Give me UCLA.
UCLA for K-Bot. That is great. Borg, it looks like you're thinking about doing the same thing.
No, I just had a dime and I wanted to show you guys.
Okay, cool. I love your dime.
So, thank you. So here's my issue with this, right? Is that I really think UCLA is going to win. I'm a big UCLA believer. But the problem is I need to get this one wrong. But then the problem is here that I also said before that I'm never voting for Lakeland. I can't. It's against my code. So I have to vote for UCLA, but I think they're going to win. So 3Z, I need you to lose this one and come back in the playoffs. I just need you to lose this one, just this one for me.
This is not, we're not colluding here. Just to let the chat know.
I'll add a stipulation. If RIT win, you can win. But if RIT lose, then you gotta lose because the 50% needs to be there.
Okay, so you're picking UCLA for this one.
Yeah, I have to. I'm never picking Lakeland.
All right, there you go. 3Z. I mean, you know more about the UCLA and potentially Lakeland than the rest of us.
Yeah, Lakeland looked really rusty. I said it earlier. They looked a little rusty against NJIT. Saw that on stream. Who also looked good. NJIT looked good. So no slouch there. But I think, I mean, obviously I believe in my squad. I think we're gonna take this one. I'm just worried about the Lakeland forwards. I don't think they've been playing too much or even scrimming. Soren obviously looks good. NASL level goalie whose team is projected to make playoffs right now. So I'll let K-Bot give me share a thought.
I will say this is the other thing that I was looking at earlier and didn't get the chance to mention. I think Minmouse is not on Estelle, or at least wasn't on Estelle in that NJIT series. So I imagine they could be thinking about playing other characters. That I think the X was banned against E.T. Han in that series. Again, I don't actually know because I didn't watch the VOD myself. But given that, I think they're probably trying out different characters overall across the entire team. So they might have a little bit of the tag, especially for a matchup like this. Not to scare you too much. Everyone say bye, Josh.
Bye, Josh. Bye, Josh.
Bye, Josh.
2-0 sweep, baby.
2-0 sweep. Yeah. All right.
They're confident.
Carry on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say that Mouse is like an Estelle one trick or something. Like I would say that he's got more picks. I mean he played Era last season. Other picks for sure. I mean
Estelle
I don't
and
know.
Era known different characters.
Yes.
I mean they're different, but I mean I don't know. They're common.
Light up the beam
Yeah,
and shoot the beam.
We'll
I
start
think
with
they're
E.
pretty different.
It's-
they're
Shooting the
different.
beam
But
at different things, K-Bot.
it's
oh,
true.
right, yeah.
Well, maybe not in this meta, but regardless, I think I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing them. I'm looking forward to seeing how informed they are. But I just don't think they have what it takes to beat us. Not yet.
All right. Well, I'm also going to have to agree with the desk here. This is an interesting situation that we find ourselves in. This is an entire desk against Lakeland. And the only reason I say this is because when Texas Tech played UCLA, let me get that clear. UCLA demolished us, but continue. When we played UCLA looked like a national championship caliber team. They are not messing around down there in Los Angeles. They are working as hard as possible to make them be in the best possible position to take the CCL crown this season and to lift that trophy come April. Lakeland is the reigning national champions, and they're going to give 100% every single time, but UCLA, I think, is going to give 110, maybe 120 this time around. Give me UCLA. It's going to be a fun one. I know Lakeland beat them 2-1 in the regular season last season. There could be a chance that things turn around, especially after this patch.
That was before the Water Fury trading arc.
That's true. That was before Water Fury training
He was
arc
a beast
as well.
then. Imagine what he's like now.
I think
A real fat.
I think that's why I put UCLA down here, because the Water Fury training arc has been insane. So I'm giving it to the Bruins. It's a full desk sweep of UCLA.
For the record, the coin doubts you, Soren. It is not
coin.
me. It is the coin. Blame the coin.
And the coin is mind controlled by Coin of SLU. So if you want some person to blame him.
That's
anyway.
real. Complaints department is SLU's coin.
SLU's coin. We love to see that. Anyway, that is it for our predictions. But before we go, we're going to give some great shout outs to 2 lands happening this week. Are there 2 lands? What? One on the near West Coast, one on the East Coast. This is going to be great. There's 2 lands happening. First off, good luck in Phoenix to all the collegiate and collegiate players playing in From the Ashes. It's going to be run by Bessie and Slot and Codscourt. It's going to be an awesome show. I'll be there with Texas Tech. Hopefully I'll get to cast or something. If not, whatever. It's cool because I get to do content. We're going to do a live show next week from Phoenix. It's going to be great. We're going to have everybody except K-Bot there. But K-Bot will join us in the virtual way, so it'll all be great. 22 teams are participating. Texas Tech, GCU Crandors, and the GCU Necromancers are coming as their own teams. You got Sundubu Strikers with the UCLA players. The Bongoni Brawlers has AJ Cannon from Team RPI and Sage and Blades Valor from West Valley. Era's Kitten Club has Soren of Lakeland. Borg is on Gaming Esports, and he's on the desk. You got Bond from Sad Boys, who is supposed to be on the desk, but, I mean, there you go. And then, of course, 3Z on Sundubu Strikers, yet again, here on the desk, representing. That's going to be a fun one. If we had to guess, I mean, Sad Boys Demon's Raw is there. You got Sundubu there as well. Who's winning the entire thing?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the bracket.
I believe it is a 6-game round robin day 1, and then day 2 they do the playoff bracket. I believe that is what.
Yeah.
There's groups.
There's
I don't
groups.
remember. I don't know all the rosters. So
Let's just say I have the best goalie in the world, and he won the last land. So I think Gaming East.
Last 2
is
lands.
true.
Last 2. He's two
That
for
is
2,
true.
isn't he?
No, he
Oh
didn't.
no.
win CCC.
I guess he didn't win CCC.
Yeah.
I will do some chatting here and say that Sad Boys past CECC has never won a LAN. They have always gotten second at LAN. So I think this would be their time to finally put the foot down and
No,
say,
I'm sorry.
That's they're
Let's do
1
it.
and 1 and 1.
They won CCC.
they won
And they did-
CECC. I said
And they didn't go to Philly as Sad Boys. There
Yeah,
was no
there
Sad
wasn't
Boys
Sad
at
Boys at
Philly.
I mean, fair. I
Yeah.
mean, that's fair, but it's still it haunts. It haunts Vaughn. It haunts Vaughn and Bells.
I
They
mean,
need
True.
the
this
LAN
isn't
win after
Sad Boys
CECC.
either. It's Megaverse. So
It
Let's
is
just
Megaverse
say
too.
that the tournament's going to be a
Their
banger,
goalie was
and you all
poached.
should tune in
It's facts.
real.
Exactly. You should tune in, twitch.tv/bestieandslot. That will be February 24th and 25th. That's Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a fun one regardless. And as well, we want to shout out GMU at Game Mason from Thursday to Saturday, February 22nd to the 24th. It's all colleges in this one. SLU, GMU, Wake Forest, Shenandoah, and Ole Miss will be participating at that LAN. It's going to be a very fun one. And if I had to guess, it's GMU, SLU in the finals. SLU wins this one. That's just me, though. What do you guys think?
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
GMU, GMU,
There
GMU.
you go.
Wake Forest could make a run.
Wake Forest could make
Anything can happen at LAN. Anything can happen.
That's true.
And Ole Miss is going to get valuable LAN practice time. So I mean that's going to be great too. I mean I can't wait for all these teams to actually start winning again in CCL right after the LAN happens. It's going to be great. They're going to go to the
Is that
gym.
how that's gonna work?
I hope so. I hope so.
Right.
I want every single team
They're
to
not going
succeed.
to the gym.
The momentum. The LAN
None
momentum.
Of,
The
none
LAN
of these
momentum.
players are going
The
to
LAN
the
Yeah.
momentum.
Let's just be honest here.
Oh my god. Borg, can we?
What did you say, Borg? I didn't
They
catch
said they're
that.
going to the gym.
None of these players are going to the
going
gym.
to the gym. They're not going to the gym. Let's be honest.
Oh,
Maybe
go to
the
the gym-
GMU
Oh,
players
no.
because they're all Giga Chads. But
Okay.
If you go to the gym at Borg so that he can say all of your names in the next
Ooh.
recap next
There you
week.
go.
Actually, for those going to Phoenix, hit me up. Group workout on one of the mornings. I'm gonna be hosting.
Oh, yeah.
probably.
There we
So
go.
Oh, yeah,
whoever
I'll
wants
be
to
there.
Make up for
Let's
that.
go, baby.
We're gonna be doing a little group workout, a little core circuit, maybe a little run.
Oh,
Nothing
yeah.
crazy.
I like that.
Tire you out a little bit, get you ready for the day.
I like that a lot.
There you go. Yeah.
I like
Let
that.
me know.
Anyway,
Y'all got that.
yes, exactly. So anyway, I believe Thursday, Friday, those matches will be streamed on Striker Central, and then Saturday will be streamed on GMU's Twitch channel. So definitely try to check that out. It's gonna be an action-packed weekend. So show your support. If you're in the Phoenix area, come out and support the gamers and the teams at the LAN. If you're in the vicinity of GMU in Virginia, go out and support them. I mean, this is probably the greatest LAN weekend of Omega Strikers' entire history. If I'm just gonna say, I mean, come on, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I'll see you guys at the Phoenix LAN as well. It's gonna be a fun one, regardless, and we're gonna see who's gonna win. And K-Bot, if I could teleport, if I had teleportation, I would teleport you to both.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh well.
That'll do it here for us on the Game Day desk for week 3. A solid show from everybody. Vaughn will be back next week. We're going to have a live show from Phoenix. It's going to be a very fun one, potentially by our Airbnb pool. Ooh, who knows? Wow. Ooh, mystique, mysteriousness. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping. Enjoy CCL week 3. Stay tuned for the match starting next here on Striker Central. I'm Surplus alongside K-Bot, Borg, and 3Z Breezy. We'll see you guys next week. Adios. See you in Phoenix or Virginia. Wherever you're going. See you on the queues. I don't know.